Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of the 4-part video series about the 4 agreements by Miguel Ruiz. Let's jump straight into the second agreement, which is don't take things personally. Now this is one that I struggle with a lot in my life. I basically took everything personally all the time, and what you have to understand is that taking things personally is one of the most selfish things you can do. Okay, nothing is about you. Okay, you have to understand, everybody is living in their own head, in their own worlds, with their own agreements, with their own beliefs, okay, their own situations, their own perceptions of things. It's never about you, okay, and it's the most selfish thing to think that whenever somebody says or does something, even if they are really directly pointed at you, that it's something personal. It is not, because it is within themselves. They might have an issue that they are projecting onto you. They might be struggling with something. They might feel a certain way and they want to feel different, and that is why they do what they do. Okay? Even if they specifically tell you that you are ugly because of you, that is still because they want to feel different. So it's never personal. It's never personal. It's always the other person that is going through something, and you might be there at the wrong time, in the wrong place, and you are the person that they choose as the person they want to unleash their anger on, or their judgment, or whatever it may be. Okay, if you wouldn't have been there, if you wouldn't have done the things you have done, and if somebody else would have done the exact same things as you, and they would be there in that situation, then they would have received this negative strike from this person. Okay, think about it like this: it's never personal. Everybody lives in their own world, okay, in their own heads. Think about it from your perspective too. Okay, when somebody does something and you react, you respond, it's not because of them personally, and even if it is, that's still generated within you. Okay, so it's still your behavior, it's still your perspective, and that is a very powerful shift you can make, because whenever you realize that nothing's personal, not even the darkest desires, intentions to hurt you, when you realize that it's not personal, it's that person's problem. Okay, when somebody has the intention to hurt you, they're actually hurting themselves. Okay, because they inflict pain on you, and you will mirror it back to them, or you will change your behavior towards them, you will remove yourself from their life, or whatever it may be, and they are actually hurting themselves in the process. Okay, so if you manage to not take things personally, to not let your ego get involved, if you understand that it's never personal, it will be impossible to hurt you. You will be forever safe. You will be protected in hell. When people are spewing their poison at you and you don't take it personally, you are not ingesting their poison. It will just ricochet. Okay, but if you take it personally, then you're actually ingesting someone's poison, right? Then it's going to become effective, and that is also usually the effect that people want to attain by spreading negativity. They want a reaction out of you, and the reaction comes when you take it personally. But when you understand it's never personal, okay, not even in the most seemingly personal cases, it's never personal, then their argument, their negativity, their poison will ricochet, and you will be safe, and they might actually heal a little bit in that process. Okay, because if you meet their negativity with kindness, with compassion, with respect, okay, not allowing them to walk all over you, okay, create strong personal boundaries if necessary, but if you don't return, if you don't take their attack personally, then they might actually be surprised, and they, one, will probably not reattempt an attack, or two, they will be so amazed that you meet their anger or negativity with kindness that they change in that moment. It can be very transformative to meet negativity with kindness and compassion. It can be very healing, because so many people, they take everything personally. So whenever somebody spews negativity, they expect negativity to come back. Okay, but if you just stay peaceful, stay calm, and know that it's nothing personal, okay, you will not ingest their poison, and you will actually heal them in that process. So that's a beautiful thing. So remember, okay, nothing is ever personal. Just accept this, agree, make this agreement with yourself to not take things personally, and it will change your life. Honestly, it changed my life completely to understand that whenever somebody is negative towards me and I don't take it personally, I don't need to feel hurt. And of course, I'm not perfect in this, okay? Sometimes I still take things personally. That's fine, okay? You don't need to be perfect. But if you can practice this and learn to not take things personally even 10% less than you did before this video, then you will have made a massive improvement in your life, okay? And the last thing I want to say is that don't take your own thoughts personally as well, okay? Your brain is just generating thoughts, your consciousness is just generating thoughts, and they are nothing personal. Once you start to identify with these thoughts, that's a problem, then the suffering arises. But if you can just observe them, if you can just watch them pass through your mind and you don't take them personally, then you will suffer so much less. The suffering starts when you take the negativity or when you take the thoughts personally and you start to identify with it. Your ego latches onto it and you identify with these feelings and thoughts and beliefs. That is when the suffering starts. But when you understand, it's thought in my head telling me that I'm a shitty person, it's nothing personal, it's just my thoughts spewing bullshit, I don't need to identify with these thoughts, then you will be immune to the poison of the negativity in your life. And that is a superpower. It's literally a superpower. Alright guys, so agree with yourself, make the agreement today, put it on a piece of paper. I agree to not take things personally, and remind yourself every single day, whenever you get caught up in the situations, in the chaos of life, in the feeling attacked by other people, understand that you're probably taking things personally when you feel upset, when you feel triggered. Okay, so let go of this attachment and understand it's nothing personal, it's within them, not within you. Alright guys, I hope that was helpful. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching this, you might also be interested in the first part of this video series where I talk about the first agreement, and I also recommend you to watch part 3 where I talk about the third agreement of the book, The 4 Agreements by Miguel Ruiz. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video for part 3 of the series.